Hello, everybody. April, come say hi. You're waiting to see the light on. Hello, everybody. We got Corey, Crappie Mike, DeHerter. Hey, Jeff, Derek, Tony, Brian. So when we signed off last time, Daniel Rosas bought a ticket, but it was after we already picked the winner. So I'm carrying it over, and he's the first one to go into the hat. Boom. So just want you guys to know that if we already picked the winner and you buy a ticket, we'll just carry you to the next event. So Isaiah says, hey, Dan, I landed my first bluefin. It was 150 pounds. That's awesome. I didn't get a 150 pounder for at least 10, 15 years of tuna fishing. That's awesome. That's great. David says hello from Oregon. Hello. And I know we have Brian here. He's not sure if he's Oregon or Washington too, but I'm not quite sure. See who else. And then let you guys know next Tuesday, Frank from H&M Landing's planning to be with us. And he'll be talking about H&M Landing and letting you guys know what's going on over there and more of a tuna update too. Okay, so Brian is in Oregon. Okay. Dan is in San Diego. Terry's in San Diego. Yeah, so that's a tough fish. Anything over 100 is a challenge, but you get that 150, 200-pound fish, it really pulls good. Did you use a 2-speed reel? And if you did use a 2-speed, did you have to use a 2-speed, or did you just fight it without the 2-speed? I'd be interested to find out. And let us know what you caught it on. Were you using a jig or a live bait? What did you use? Please inform us. Chris, hey, Dan, if I go fishing for tuna with you, should I do 100-pound setups? I would. Oh, should you do 100-pound sit-ups? 100 sit-ups a day. Yeah, I would go walking. I would get some endurance. You know, fishing isn't really that much physical. I mean, it is physical and pulling and stuff, but if you use your lower body, if you use your legs and stuff, it's not that hard. I mean, I watch women that weigh barely 100 pounds wet land fish, no problem, over 100 pounds. You know, fish that weigh more than them. And it's not all about pulling and using your strength. A lot of it is technique. So if you learn the technique, if you learn how to lift up, wind down at the right time, if you use the boat rocking motion up and down in the waves, all that helps you a lot. You don't really need to be, you know, a super strong, you know, athlete type. You can get it just by using the right technique. And I see, you know, you see kids catch him. I know a guy 70 years old got a 155 pounder, almost 200 pounder. And, you know, he did it by just doing the right technique. He was using a rail rod too, but it's just about using the right technique. But yeah, if you did 100 sit-ups a day, I'm sure it would help. So Brian says he's about an hour south of David. Okay. So you guys are both up in Oregon. So Matthew's going to go fish Locadia. Yeah, I've heard about barracuda there, but I haven't heard of illegals. I was talking to Captain Joe today, and he fishes that area, that whole area from Oceanside to San Diego. Says they've been seeing quite a few barracuda, but not that many illegals. That's nice what Jeff says. That out of all his clients that go out with him, he doesn't think he's had one client handle 150-pound fish all by themselves. F6 Outdoors says, have you been to Morro Bay? Went out Rita a few weeks back, had a blast. Yeah, I've been to Morro Bay many times. We filmed shows there in the past. I haven't been there recently, but I'm thinking about calling up there and see about doing a charter with them maybe this fall. I don't know if I have time this summer, but we could see. Okay, SoCal. Orca. Thank you. And Brian, thank you. So Jeff has a suggestion that you guys do arm curls. That's pretty good. Magic Mike, hey Dan, question. When you go bluefin tuna, what's your line setup, braid, mono? I haven't targeted the big tuna. So I would, probably ask Jeff that question. Most of the tuna I target when I go have been the smaller grade. Lots of times the boats will go for the school size fish instead of trying to get 5 or 10 big ones. They'll try to get limits for everybody on the smaller grade. So I've caught tuna on gear this small, like 30-pound fish. One of my friends that's in here, I don't know if he's here right now, but James Garcia, caught a 105-pounder, 110-pounder on one of these, which he had to get help from the crew. But, a reel like this with 50-pound Spectra and 40-pound mono on top will handle anything up to about 100 pounds, no problem. But when you start targeting the bigger fish, like Captain Bill was talking about last week, you really need to bring the bigger stuff. So right now there's lots of big tuna locally in San Diego. So I would take a 100-pound setup for sure if I was leaving right now. And I, as much as Bill talked about using Spectre straight to a torpedo sinker and torpedo sinker to just a couple of feet of mono, I personally wouldn't do that. I really think you need to have more monofilament to stretch your line. But, he says it works for him. But he also did tell us that they had hooks that straightened out. And part of that could have been because they had such short leaders. So I would say have at least 100 yards of monofilament over your Spectra. And then if you want to use fluorocarbon, put that on top of it. But I know a lot of guys are catching fish, especially on the dropper loop rigs and the rubber band rigs, flat falls. They're not using fluorocarbon. They're just fishing straight mono down deep over 100 feet. Okay, Marvin, thank you. So just to let you guys know, today's prize is a $25 gift card on my website that you can use to buy shirts, hats, use it toward a fishing trip, however you want to use it. And it was paid for by Jeff. He was kind enough to send over a payment earlier in the week, and he said to use it for tonight. So thank you, Jeff, for doing that. And hopefully one of you guys will win it today. So, but thanks, Jeff, for doing that. Okay, so I got Marvin. Let me see what other questions. Hey, Dan, haven't seen you in a long time. Dan, we're going to start doing our Youth Foundation Lake stuff again the third Saturday in July. So if you can volunteer and help out again, we could use your help. Jason, Dan, any suggestions on tackle storage or bags is good to use for big flat falls? I know people store them lots of different ways, but these kind of trays where you can pull out the dividers would work out too. It's not like you're going to carry 50 of those flat falls. Maybe you're going to carry 3 different ones and different, different weights. If you're going to carry them pre-rigged, then I would probably put them in Ziploc bags and carry them in a soft bag. But you don't have to put them in your tackle box. You can use a soft bag and do that. What else is here? Isaiah. He was using a Shimano Speedmaster 16, 80-pound Spectra, 80-pound mono, and 80-pound fluorocarbon. He used a 10-ounce sinker and a 1/0 ring circle hook. Took him an hour to land it. That's still impressive, an hour on that, so that's good. Congratulations. Especially if that's your very first tuna. That's really, really good. All right, who else we got here? Henry, thank you very much, Henry. What else? Brian says he showed his wife and son the video for New Hook Fun. They were surprised. They were surprised you said hello to them. That's good. Crappie Mike. Okay. Well, so his friend got a lone sea bass over by the Mayan Hotel. Tyler, hey Dan, was on the City of Long Beach back in 2019. Do you know? That episode has already aired. Everything from 2019 has already aired, and basically everything except one episode of 2020 has already aired. This is the first year that we're starting off with everything edited the year before. Because of COVID, lots of my editors had free time, so we, hired them and kept them busy, so we were able to get all the shows done. But Tyler, that show is already done, and let me see where you can see it. April. If it isn't, Tyler, if it isn't on my YouTube channel, which it may not be, maybe you can sign up for the app. The first week is free, so you can cancel it right after that. But look on there and see if you see it. Now, there was one episode that we did film on the city where it was super, super slow, but I don't think it was 19. I'm not quite sure. It was 18 or 19, and there wasn't enough footage to make an episode. But I would look on the app first. Maybe I'll have the guys look at that one again if it's not there, it hasn't been edited. Hello, Dante. Tyler. Hey, Dan, going on the Old Glory for an overnight this Saturday. I would, you heard Captain Bill talk about how big the fish are, and one of our guys just talked about catching a 150-pound tuna for his first fish. So I would definitely have some heavier gear. If you don't own 100-pound gear, you can kind of not fish that if you don't want. But if you have access to it, I would bring it. I would definitely bring a rod for 30-pound, a rod for 50 or 60-pound. And if you have a rod for 100-pound or 80-pound, I would bring that too. But, I haven't checked the reports lately, but I haven't seen a lot of small school-sized fish. Most of the tuna being caught, I've seen pictures of, have all been like 100-pound fish. So I don't know if Jeff's seen any smaller fish when he's been out there lately, but most of the fish have been bigger. Hey, Kevin, thanks for sending me the pictures of your trout. That was nice. Oh, Frost, hello, thank you. He was pier fishing, didn't do too good, he says. Let me see what else is on here. Raymond, where are you fishing tomorrow? Do you want to know the weather? Fishing local, or are you going to offshore? Where are you going? Um, Greg, is a loop not necessary for a live bait hook? If you can tie a good perfection loop knot, that would be good. It makes your bait look more lively. I think you get more bites. But if you're not comfortable tying it, that's why people buy, ring hooks. So they have the ring in there so the bait move around. But that little tiny ring adds weight to the hook, and it's asking the bait to carry more weight behind it. So if you could learn how to tie a good ring knot, like a perfection loop knot, that would be good. Okay, see what Jeff says there. And I agree, I wouldn't tie that either. What else? What other questions are here? Monica, hey Dan and the gang. Oh, he's using. All right, so Daniel's using the wife's computer. That's why it says Monica. Hello, Daniel. That's all. Somebody said they caught their first barracuda on a jig. Oh, was it SoCal Dan K got his first barracuda on a jig? Congratulations. No, Dan, you don't need to get live scanned again because you were live scanned in the last 5 years. So you're good to go. You can just show up there at Lake at our clubhouse. That would be good. Lloyd says, yeah, California is opening up. And I guess where you are in Vegas, it's already opened up. I heard Las Vegas is wide open now. Yeah, I think the boats are going to go full capacity here after the 15th. Talking to some of the boats now, they can't wait to open it up, so they're ready to do that. Okay, guys, I have 70 of you in here and only 35 likes. Can we press the like button, please? Alex, how do you set up a torpedo sinker? What size would you recommend? What are you fishing for, Alex? If you're going to use a dropper loop rig, that's more like sculpin fishing, rock fishing, sand bass fishing. We don't necessarily fish that for tuna. We normally kind of use rubber core sinkers. I mean, not rubber core. We use torpedo sinkers, but we use them with rubber bands. And like Jeff was saying, you don't want a super strong rubber band. You like something that if it pulls really hard, it actually breaks the rubber band. So you're fighting the fish without any weight on it. Am I going to do a twilight trip this year? It doesn't look like it. I haven't had any luck talking to the boats about twilight trips. Chris, Dan, or anybody, if fishing from a pier is low tide or high tide better? I'll tell you, Chris, if the only time you can go fishing is low tide or the only time you go fishing is high tide, that's the time to go fishing. But as a rule, I would say close to shore, you normally want to fish on incoming tides. As the water's pushing in, every wave on the beach is kicking stuff loose, and that kind of pushes the fish in to go see what's available to eat. But that's what I would do. I would fish incoming tide. But, when I go fishing, I don't really care what the tide is. I go when I have time to go fishing, and I just go fishing. Oh, so you got your legal barracuda from the pier. That's awesome. Congratulations. Brian, hey Dan, perfect tuna setup. Again, Brian, there is no perfect tuna setup in Southern California anymore. Back in the day when it was albacore, I would tell you fish this pin jig master, 30-pound test monofilament, no spectra, no nothing. We didn't have any of that back in the day, and that would be all you used. And then you'd bring something like this, a pin 4.0, in case big eyes or 100-pound tuna showed up. This was everything we used back in the day. No two speeds, just regular reels. Today, if the fish are small, you can use a low profile reel. These have stronger drags than what the Pin 500s had. And this smaller reel, thanks to Spectra and the 2-speed by Daiwa, will, outfish that old Pin 4.0. And you can use this with 50-pound Spectra and 40 or 50-pound mono on top, and then fluorocarbon on top of that. So there really isn't like one outfit I could tell you to bring. But I will tell you, if you were going to go fishing tomorrow, this week, you really need to have a heavy outfit. An 80-pound, 100-pound outfit. A lot of the fish coming in are big. I think Jeff said that he hasn't seen a fish under 60 pounds. So 60-pound fish, yeah, you could get on something like this, no problem, up to 100 pounds. But when you start getting those 150, 200 pounders, and even bigger, you really need bigger gear. So like a Pen 30, even a Pen 16S 2-speed would probably be too small, but a Pen 30 with 100-pound Spectra, 100-pound mono on top would probably be my first pick for those bigger fish. So I'm not a great expert, Tony, about the loop knot with tuna. I would think it would be fine because I've caught 200 to 400-pound blue marlin using a perfection loop knot with 200-pound leader, 150-pound leader, throwing a live bait back. But I haven't done it with big tuna. Maybe Jeff can answer that question for us. But lots of times when the guys are fishing really heavy line, like 200-300-pound line, they're crimping them. They're not tying a knot. But you can crimp it and leave a loop in the line. So I'll let Brian answer that. Terry's got a ticket. Thank you. Let me see what other questions I missed. Hello, James. Bruce Ramsey. Dan, is there a rule of thumb for setting your drag? Yeah, there's like a percentage thing that you're supposed to, like you put it on a scale, and I don't know what the number is. I'm sure you could Google it. I just kind of pull it till it feels nice and strong and consistent and it flows smooth. And that's a good way I judge my drags, if they need to be repaired or not. If you're not sure how to set your drag, so when you set your drag on a reel, like that's probably a little too tight. If you're tuna fishing, it would be fine. But something like this where it's nice and smooth, consistent, and it takes a little effort. And this is 50-pound test line. So this is good. This is a nice tight drag. And that's how you do it. Remember, you're going to use that rod tip, the bouncing of the rod tip, to beat up the fish and slow up the fish. you're going to use the drag on the reel to really kill the fish, to bring the fish in. So it's really important that you do that. And, I would ask a crew member. Remember, those crew members are on the boats every day. So, Bruce, ask the crew member, and they'll be glad to help you out. Yeah, Marvin, I agree with you. I like incoming tide anytime I'm fishing close to shore, or even if I'm at an island. I like the incoming tide over by the rocks. Uh, hello, Fred, Mario. I don't understand what your question is. Munoz. Vegas Fat Cat. How many bucktails? How many bucktails for white sea bass and what size? If you're going to fish white sea bass, the whole squid, you're going to want to fish at least a 1 ounce HD model, and you're probably going to want to fish a 2 or 4 ounce if they're down deeper. If you're fishing like 25 feet of water, 30 feet of water, you can get by with the 1 ounce. And the difference between an HD and a regular 1 ounce, I'll show you really quick here. Of course, I got all these other lures snagged on. So a regular B52 bucktail with with a 1 ounce lead head has a smaller hook that we put strips of squid on. The same size lead head, but HD model, has this 8/0 hook. This is what I use for tuna. This is what I use for white sea bass. This is what I use for yellowtail and lingcod. I like to use the big hook. So the HD model is what I would use for white sea bass. This smaller hook here might straighten out on you if you get a 40 or 50-pound white sea bass. This hook, if you hook a 100-pound tuna on it, it's not going to straighten out on you. So you can see the difference in the hook sizes, and it makes all the difference in the world when you're talking about a white sea bass, a yellowtail, a tuna. When the tuna are boiling in the corner, lots of times I don't even get a bait. I'll just throw this out there and let it fall in the corner, catch a yellowfin. The small bluefin works out fine. So hopefully that answers your question. Tracy Sunshine, thank you very much. I should say Tracy Sunshine. Okay. Yeah, Dante, how crazy was it in Vegas? I heard people were parked on the freeway for hours trying to get home. So Jeff says he uses 100-pound Spectra to 150-pound mono for his jigs. Jeff, do you use 300-pound leader on the flat falls, or are you just using 150 or 200-pound leader on your flat falls? I got to get some rigged up. Thanks, James. And no, I liked having Captain Bill on, and we'll have him on again before we have our charter with him. Okay, so that was a New York Giants question. I don't know. So Gene says he just got off the Islander at a Fisherman's Landing. He caught 2 bluefin, which is his limit, 50 to 60 pounds. Okay, that's good. Those are catchable fish. And that's a lot of fish to take home. Oh, did you, Gene, did you get your fish cleaned on the boat? Or did you send it in for processing? Hey, Robert, how you doing? Hello, Alex. I'm glad I was able to help you. Also, Pier J is open again. That's good. I've never been on the pier. I should go check it out. Okay, what other questions are here that I might have missed? Oh, I say I missed some super chats. So JS, thank you very much. Let me scroll down a little bit, try to get back in the conversation. I'm way behind here. Henry, Dan, do sand bass hang out on the bottom only? No, they hang out. They're suspended. They can be suspended, and but we do catch a lot of them on the bottom. And when they're schooled up on the bottom, the bucktails work really good. Yeah, guys, this is everybody. Today we're doing a $25 gift card donated by Jeff for the winner today for the super chat. Tamara, welcome. You got out of the hospital today. Come support us. Thank you. Let me see what else. Tyler's asking how big the fish are being caught on the piers. Let's see what else is on here. Daniel Monica, I don't think you really lose your sea legs. I can think it's kind of like riding a bike. Um, I think one of the mistakes I see people make a lot because they don't go fishing that much. They get on the boat at night, they start drinking with their friends, have a bunch of drinks, and then they go to sleep. And then sometimes I wake up in the morning seasick. Like, I would really recommend before you get on a boat, don't drink it all the day before or that day, and just enjoy the experience, and it'll help you out. If you're prone to get seasick, I would say get the patches. The patches seem to work really good. So I would suggest get the patches, wear that, and then that should help you out. The Dramamine does work for people, but it really makes people sleepy. So I would think I would do that. Elmer, hey Dan, how's the fishing Redondo Beach Pier? I don't know. I haven't been there. I don't know if Tyler's been on that pier lately. Brian, hey Dan, what's your thoughts of replacing treble hooks with circle hooks? I don't know if I would replace the circle hook on a jig that swims. Like I could see that like on a flat fall that's just falling down slow, but not a jig that you're going to work back and swim it. I don't think I would change the hooks on it. I could see changing a hook to a larger single hook so you get more of a bite in the fish from a treble hook, but um, yeah, that's what I would probably do. But I don't think I wouldn't put a circle hook. I think I would just go with a larger, a larger regular hook, J hook. DJ, back from San Diego for my 2.5 day, two bluefin. Most of the fish they caught were on sinker rigs and a few on flat falls at night. Okay. Let's see. Keep it real. What's your take on the local big bluefin? Yeah, I don't think these fish, keeping it real, are going to go anywhere. They were around the last couple of years, and I just think the boats are homing in on them. If you don't believe in global warming, look at all the bluefin that are here now. I just think the water's getting a little bit too warm for lots of anchovies, but there are anchovies around right now. So, you know, it just seems like the fish aren't really going anywhere. Like they're going to stick around. So we'll see. Seems like there's plenty of fish around. All right, so we just opened up a trip for next Wednesday, open party trip. That trip I told you guys about for this Saturday, I want to thank you guys. Within 12 hours, the trip was sold out. So I added a trip um, for next Wednesday, half day trip out of Long Beach on my boat. I'll be driving the boat, just 4 people on the boat. And we've already got one person signed up, and he's in here. And we're going to have room for 3 more people. So if any of you out there would like to join us, there's a link there. And that'll be my last trip before I leave for Alaska on the 12th. So if you want to join me, you could do that. What else is going on? Edwin. Yeah, Jeff, I wonder if they go all the way out to Guadalupe. You know, the tuna, if they go from Guadalupe um, to SBI, San Clemente, you know, kind of make that loop, or even if they go, you know, all the way up to like the San Juan Seamount. But yeah, I don't think these fish are going anywhere. You know, they probably go by Tanner, Cortez, SBI, Clemente, and then either Guadalupe or somewhere out there. Dan wants to know what's the situation with our gear that got stolen out of the kids club. No, it hasn't been replaced yet. I did buy a new cart. I think Turner's is going to donate a brand new tackle box for us for all the stuff that got stolen. I'm just going to go out of my garage and restock the tackle box because I had a lot of inventory here as far as hooks and sinkers and all that kind of stuff. We might have to go buy some new bobbers because that got stolen. All our giveaway rods, I think we had about 20 brand new giveaway spinning combos that we give to the kids that show up to 5 meetings or more. All those got stolen too. Our ice chest got stolen. Some other stuff got stolen. So I don't have the full list. They haven't let me back in the building yet over there at Lake. So hopefully I can get over there sometime in June so we can get ready for July. Let me see what else. Coral Sea trip from last October. That's already aired, if that's your question. Let me see what else is on here. Is there a video on the Coral Sea trip? Yeah. You can find it on our app. There might be on the YouTube channel too, but I know it's on the app. And here's a link to my app. It is $1.99 a month, but the first week is free, so you could see that episode and cancel your subscription. So here's a link to that. Camera, you could land a 100-pounder. It's more technique. It's not about strength. You could learn how to do it. No doubt. Yes, Apache, the prize for tonight is a $25 gift card for my website. And it was donated by Jeff. So Joe just geared up. He got a pin 52 speed and a pin 30. You should be all set for the big tuna. Tim, no, Fisherman's Landing didn't donate anything to us. H&M Landing donated a bunch of old reels to us from their rental gear, which we will sell at our fishing tackle swap meet in November. And I'm hoping some of the reels, when we clean them up, are in good shape and we can give them away to some of the kids from the fishing club. Good one. Thank you. Yeah, Tamara. The first month of COVID lockdown, someone broke into our clubhouse at Lake and got into the storage room and took a bunch of our stuff. So luckily they didn't steal our barbecue, but they took ice chests, tackle boxes, brand new rods and reels, and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, what else here? Yeah. I think the Coral Sea episode is on my YouTube channel. I think I put it up there for the family to watch it there from Sea Landing. DJ, when fishing a sinker rig for bluefin, should you control the descent of the bait? Kind of. I mean, you want it to go down there fast, but it doesn't. You may not just put it just in free spool because you don't want to make a backlash. But and normally when I do it, I don't go all the way down to the depth at one time. If I'm going to fish 80 feet, I might stop at 25 feet and 40 feet or 50 feet, 60 feet, try different depths for a little bit of time, and then get down there to the deeper depth because the fish are moving. They're coming up and down in the water column. Okay, 9 Villa, thank you very much. That looks like a new name for us. Yeah. Vegas Fat Cat. Thank you, guys. Yeah, maybe next week we'll do one of these nights for the Youth Foundation. Help us get some of the money back for the stuff we got stolen. See what else is there. Okay, so Isaiah's giving some good tips here about fishing a sinker rig. Marcus, the way you fish it really is you just drop it down. You use your normal live bait hook, regular mono. You really don't need fluorocarbon because you're normally fishing anywhere from 80 feet to 200 feet down deep, sometimes deeper. And you just let the line go down and you let it sit there with your thumb on the spool. And when the fish runs with it, you let them run. And you have a circle hook, you just put it in gear, let your rod load up and point at the fish, and then start turning the reel, tighten up the line, and that sets the hook for you. You really don't need to pull on it really hard because with the circle hook, the fish is going to hook himself. Okay, guys, we got 95 people in here and only 65 likes. Can we get a few more? And then we're going to probably say goodbye here in a little bit. Yeah, if you want to donate to the Youth Foundation, there's a couple of ways. You could do the $25 raffle ticket, Tamara, to win that free private charter with me for 4 people to Catalina. Or you can just donate straight to my Youth Foundation, and I'll put a link here. If you go to danskids.org, we have a button right on top that says support us. And we are a 501c3. So if you'd like to write us a check, you could just mail a check to our office and you can write it off. We can send you a letter too. We are a 501c3, so you can, legally write it off. Brian at Catalina, are there always? Yeah, there's always sea lions at Catalina. That's part of the problem with her. Bruce Ramsey, did I get your super chat? That's a good question. Let me find out here. Bruce, I did not. Thank you for letting me know. These are the last ones that I got here, and your name's not on there, so. Bruce Ramsey. Yeah, guys, and it looks like next Tuesday we will have Frank from H&M Landing here to talk to us some more about what's going on at the landing and tuna fishing. Tamara, yeah, the Vimeo app you can use on any device. You can use it on your phone. You can use it on a laptop. You can use it on an iPad. It works on all that. It's only $1.99 a month, so you can do that. And I'll put the link to that right here. Let me copy it. So there it is. And like I said, the first week is free and there's no contract, so you can cancel it at any time and you want. Well, that didn't copy it. Let me get that link there. Where did I lose that? Vimeo. And then I don't know if you guys know too, but we have a Roku channel. So we don't have that many episodes on there. I think we have like maybe 15 episodes or so up there at a time. Not like on our app, but we do have there. Jeff AD's not playing. Then that's going to be a long game. All right, so here's a link to the app. Hey, Jamie, how you doing? Your prize just went out today, just to let you know. Yeah, and then like I said, we have room for next Thursday. So, and if any of you are interested, you can join us. I'm sorry, next Wednesday. Next Wednesday for a private charter. We have room for a private charter. What else? April is waiting for her food. Okay, she should be busy for a while. Well, he started, but he got hurt already. That's not good. Yep, Brian, it's a hot dog chum line. I'm gonna have to go get more hot dogs for her soon. But she is working them all. She loves Tuesdays and Thursdays. I have a light I put on here for doing the YouTube live, and as soon as she sees the light goes on, she comes right in here. So I use this computer a lot for work sometimes, editing stuff. And when I'm doing that, she doesn't come in here. But when I turn that light on, she comes right in. Matthew, yes, Sea Star is going out on Sunday. Saturday, I'll be doing a private fishing charter. And then Sunday, we are going to be on the Sea Star filming another episode for the TV show. And if any of you are interested in joining me on Wednesday, June 9th, before I go to Alaska, I'm going to do a private charter. Only 4 people going for next Wednesday, and 3 spots are available right now. And so that'd be good. Kurt, am I a USC fan? Yeah, I'm a USC fan. Jamie, thank you very much. Put all these tickets in there. Tony, I haven't fished that boat in a long time. Thank you, Jamie. I appreciate that. I think Jamie said something about getting married soon. I forgot if I remember hearing that. So there's that trip there. And we had, I think, 10 more people sign up for the East Cape trip. So if any of you are interested in going on the East Cape trip, we do have room available. Jamie, we just added a trip for July 3rd. But congratulations, that's your wedding day. Congratulations. And I'm going to put you guys a link for the East Cape trip. There's the East Cape info. Hello, Clayton. Kenneth says when he goes fishing with us this fall, he'd like to give us some gear. Sure, we could use all the gear we can get donated for the Youth Foundation. Yeah, Jamie, all you have to do to get your passport is go to the federal office and pay the expedited fee. They have one in Westwood. I don't know where you're located, and you can get your passport in a day or two. So you can do that. And you could bring the wife. You guys would be married by then. Bring her down, and she can enjoy a great time at the resort too with you. And Tony's talking to the kids about not getting married 2 months apart. Peter, the Excalibur is a great boat. It also has staterooms on there, so that would be pretty good. Yeah, Tamara, I don't know yet on the tradition. I called them again this week to find out what's going on, if they can give me 100% sure about the July 9th trip. But he's still working on stuff going on with the boat. Salty Girl, hey Dan. Any good suggestions on All right, so Salty Girl's asking when the captain says the fish are down a certain depth, she can't tell what the range is by just letting line down. And a good way to do that is by the line that goes off your rod. So you can either pull the line out 3 feet at a time off your reel, or you can just kind of, watch it in your mind as it gets from the reel to the rod tip, reel to the rod tip. And now of each one of that 7 feet or 8 feet, whatever length of rod you got. So that's what I would say. Yeah, Matthew, I think they have other problems other than just the boat stuff. But yeah, so hopefully they're going to get it all worked out. We did reschedule the trip that we had on the 23rd. It's now going to be July 3rd, and we're going to go on the True Line. So I sent out an email to everybody that was already on that trip. And once I find out for sure how many people from the tradition trip is going to go on the True Line trip, then we can open it up to the public. But right now we're going to kind of head and let everybody that was on the tradition trip tell us first if they want to be on it or not. Yeah, Clayton, it might be a lot early to look for Dorado, but you should be able to find tuna and yellowtail. I don't think that'd be too hard. Kenneth, well, Kenneth, I'm really sorry to hear that. But yeah, if you'd like to donate some of your gear to the Youth Foundation, we would appreciate it. But hopefully, you get a fish with that gear for many years to come. Tamara, that's mean. Telling him he may have to stick to pier fishing after the weddings. I don't know. Yeah, Peter, I don't think if you're a Pacific Islander, you get a discount. DJ, I think I already did add your super chat. Nope, you're right. Okay, let me get DJ in there. Sorry about that. I'm glad you guys are keeping tab. Okay, DJ. There's your ticket. Okay, who else? What else? What else? Greg, that's a good question. Jamie, I like Greg's question. Which tackle shop are you registered at? If I ever get married, I should do that. I should go to one of the tackle stores and ask him to register me. Okay, so was it Jen? Jen Honest? Jen Honest? I know I'm butchering your name. Sorry about that. There's your ticket, and thank you very much. Also, if you guys didn't see what Jeff put there, that's a great idea to go ahead and mark your line with a marker, like 100 feet every 100 feet or so for 300 feet. That's a pretty good idea. Excuse me, the water. I never thought of doing that, but that's a good idea. Oh, Tamara, you were talking about you if when your daughter gets married. I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about someone else. You're talking about Tony. Oh, Tamara has 2 daughters. Okay. Tony has 5 daughters. My brother beats you. My brother's got 6 daughters and 1 son. Yeah, 7 kids, 6 daughters and 1 son. But he got pretty lucky because I think of the first 3 daughters married pretty well off. So I think the other family paid for everything. I don't know. I didn't ask my brother all the details. Peter, any openings on the True Line? I won't know until Tuesday. We gave everybody till Tuesday to let us know if they want to move to that trip that was on the tradition, if they want a credit for another trip, or if they want a refund. So Tuesday is the deadline, and I'll know by then. And then we'll post it on our website on Tuesday. All right, so Salty Girl's got a good idea, Salty Girl Fishing, that I should just open a fishing tackle registry for people getting married on my website. And then you could just fill it in there. That's a whole new business I didn't think about. So Tamara's daughter's getting married in June. This is June. So your daughter's getting married this month, Tamara? It's June 2021 right now. Oh, so Peter works on the true line. Cool. Well, hopefully you'll be on the boat with us when we go out. Do I have a lifetime fishing license? No. And I wanted to buy one many, many years ago, but I'm too superstitious. That's the only reason I never bought one. I was afraid if I bought a lifetime fishing license, I'd probably be dead in a year or two. So I didn't buy one. So I just pay every year for a new one. So I have to buy a fishing license for me personally to go fishing, and then I have to buy a license for my boat for the private charters. So that's what we do. So Tamara has 5 sisters and 1 brother. That's close to my brother's family. He's got 7 kids. Lloyd's got 3 daughters and a son. Wow. I don't have any kids. And I've never been married. Been on a lot of boats, been to a lot of countries. I think I added it up today. There was a Facebook question one of my friends had. I've been to 33 states and 21 countries. I think that's what my total is right now. But that's about it. No wives, no ex-wives. So DJ's talking about getting his 130-pound tuna. That's pretty cool. Was that on a jig, DJ, or was that on a sinker rig? You know, one thing that's really weird with bluefin fishing that you don't see during yellowfin fishing. Yellowfin, we catch a lot of them trolling lures behind the boat, and the yellowfin come up and eat the lures. Big guys come up and eat the lures. We really don't catch bluefin trolling. I mean, they do using kites and stuff, but not like we do with the other stuff. So Tamara's saying marriage isn't. I would think marriage would be good if you could find the right person. I mean, I can't find the right person to even date. So I don't know about marriage. So Salty Girl Fishing has 3 dogs. I have 1 dog. That's all I have. No, Tamara, I don't think they're going to have like a national fishing license. I think all the states would fight over who gets what percentage. Tony's talking about kids. All right, guys, it's getting late and the games are on. And I got to be on the boat tomorrow early just for maintenance and add some oil to my engines, and then do all the work I got to do back at the office and all that. So thank you guys very much. Let's do the drawing. Again, here's a link for the East Cape trip. If any of you would like to join me on that. And it looks like a lot of the bigger fish are coming on live bait right now with sinker rigs, but I'm sure the flat falls and all that will work out good too. And then if any of you are interested in my private charter for next Wednesday, we have room for 3 people. I have that there. Oh, also, I did get an email from one of you guys who had a bunch of stuff stolen out of San Clemente. So he wanted to know that if anybody runs across anybody selling Alexas and other gear, it sounds like they stole it right out of his garage or something. So if anyone knows of anything like that, to let us know, and we could pass it on to him. But so William, yeah, he says he had over Memorial Day weekend, they stole some offshore rigs, 2 Daiwa Alexa 400s. They had green braid on them with blue and mono top shot. And he also had some Shimano rods and a California Classic rod. He had a Pin Fathom 40, a Pin 25, 2-speed, and some Sea Lines and some other rods and reels, Graph Tech 9-foot rod. So if anybody hears of anything, if you could let me know, and I can email him and let him know, that he would greatly appreciate it. So William had that stuff stolen over the holiday weekend. So, all right, so let's pick a winner. And here's all your names. Okay, and here is the winner for tonight is Henry Salcido. Henry, what's this, like the 4th time you won? I guess it pays to get in it every day. Every chat we do. So Henry, you can call the office on Tuesday and use that credit. And thank you for buying a super chat ticket every week, Henry. I appreciate it. Congratulations. All right, so that's Henry's. So again, we have space for Wednesday, if any of you would like to join me. And I will do the super. We'll be back here Tuesday with Frank from H&M Landing. And then Saturday, I'll be doing a private charter with just 4 people. That's all sold out. And then Sunday, I'll be on the Sea Star. And we'll be filming a show. And that trip's all sold out. But if you'd like to fish with me before I go to Alaska, next Wednesday, we have 3 spots available. All right, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks, Jeff, for your donation and for all your help tonight. Tyler, thanks for answering all those questions. And for the Pier people. And those of you that caught tunas, congratulations. That 150 pounder for your very first fish, that's awesome. That's a great job to do. DJ got a nice tuna today too, or this week I should say, last couple of days. So congratulations, guys, and Monica and Daniel, good night. Tamara, good night, and I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Bye, everybody. Thanks a lot.